Hey everybody, welcome to the Simply Incredible podcast. I am Daryl, aka the D, here with the legend, the black belt.
Yeah.
The
Keep going. Keep going.
It's like the gun show.
Now you're being funny.
The fitness guru over
Whatever.
here. The man who lost 174 pounds in under 2 days. Troy Champney.
Hey, what's up?
That's what we in the business call a slight exaggeration.
Just a little bit.
Slight.
That's like two Backstreet Boys, 175 pounds. I lost One Direction.
What was it? Joey Fat One?
Yeah.
Not Fatone. He is the fat one. Don't tell him I said that.
He's a great dancer, though. He does the Carlton like nobody else can.
Better than Carlton?
Better than Carlton.
Hey, he can out Carlton Carlton.
He's a vanilla Carlton. And that's saying something because Carlton was very vanilla.
Vanilla rice baby.
Dude, jeez.
So, anything exciting of the going on?
Oh, man. Busy week. Concrete is supposed to be in full swing, but we are experiencing legendary rain.
Yes.
Noah would even say, okay, I get it.
It's like, stop
Enough.
raining already. But, you know, my thing about rain is this. It's like, you know what? It's going to rain. Do we really need to keep complaining about it?
No, I don't.
I mean, it's like every day on Facebook I see like 20 people, oh, I'm tired of the rain. I want sunshine. Then we get sunshine. I wish it would rain. We need the rain.
That's the way everybody
Like,
is.
stop it already. It's too hot. We need winter. It's too cold. We need summer.
Dude, people who are like that have no idea how to appreciate the now that they're in, and I have very little patience for those people when they keep doing that over and over and over. I try to have a surfer mentality and just, man, ride the wave, man.
What was that movie, Airborne?
Oh,
You're the kid from California goes to Cincinnati.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm that kid. Jack Black's first appearance.
That was his first appearance.
It was crazy. When I saw him,
We need that comic book, first appearance of Jack Black.
first appearance. I love Jack Black.
Yeah, why don't you marry you, man?
Oh, God.
All right, let's see here. I'm still working on getting everything all straight and all doodled and all fancy. All right.
Did we lose all of our potential live viewers because we are so late?
We're only like a day and a half late. We're fine.
We had some technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. We had true story.
True story.
You can actually look this up.
Yeah.
We had an angel here,
Yes, we did.
and the angel needed to go home, and Troy, being the dad of said angel,
had to take her home.
took her home.
I completely forgot tonight we had scheduled the podcast, and Daryl was like, "Hey, we on for the podcast?" I was like, "Yeah, give me a minute. I gotta take the girl home. I gotta take my angel home."
There you go. That's my buddy, my pal, my chum.
But I'm glad to be here. I'm excited. We got a lot of cool things that we're gonna talk about tonight. Some movies, a couple of new lists that we're gonna discuss about.
I got a list.
You got a list.
All right, first thing I do want to mention, con season is in swing.
When is the kickoff? June?
The first one was, well, for me, kind of my beginning of the year cons, Roanoke Valley Comicon.
Oh, okay.
That was this past Saturday.
How was
Awesome
it?
as usual.
Was
Love
it good?
going to the. Oh yeah. Chris puts on a good show up there. Lots of comics. The dollar bins were legendary this time. There were books. You might not like these. You might like these. I don't know.
What?
But we had old Mickey Mouse, Donald Ducks from the 50s.
I love those.
Dollar bin finds.
Love 'em.
I got about 10 of them. I should have just grabbed all of those just because they're awesome.
Well, one reason that I like them, I love the nostalgia, but I like to take and see the artwork.
Yeah.
It's a simplistic artwork, but it's something that, just brings back such great memories. And I like to draw, so I'm always trying to find, new references that are, simple. I'm not an artist. I'm not an artist at all. I love to do it, but I'm not, like, basics.
We see your concrete work. You are an artiste.
Oh, thank you. Concrete artist.
Joker68 is in the house. Kurt, how are you doing today, buddy? I know I was talking with him the other day. Me and him were texting, and he said he hasn't been doing too well. So,
Oh, hang in there, buddy.
He said he was recently at a con. He's, I'm not going to tell all unless he wants to, but he's got some problems that goes on, and he can't get out very much.
And who is that, Joker68?
Joker68, our good friend Kurt.
Keeping you in my prayers, Joker.
And our good friend Ms. Hustle is back.
Hey, Miss Hustle.
And she made sure that we knew that in Canada, not everyone says A.
I don't know if that's true. We'll need confirmation from a secondary source.
Fish Tropic, if you ever get on, we'll ask him as well.
Yeah, we'll ask him.
Also, another Canadian, A. I mean, A.
B. See?
Coming up, we got Heroes Con in Charlotte. I know you can't go to that.
What is the date on that? Usually around the middle of the month.
Yeah, the kids' birthdays.
Yeah, that's tough.
June 15th through the 17th.
It's also, if I got to be honest, that's a hard drive for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm spoiled rotten by not having to take and go on like 5-hour drives.
Mm-hmm.
And that got old. That last one I went to, I was like,
Gosh, I love going down there.
Do you?
Yeah. I got the 3-day pass this time, so...
Dude,
yeah.
I might have to get you to pick me up some artwork if you love me. Do you love me?
I tolerate you very well.
Come on, man.
My buddy, my pal, my chum. Let's see. San Diego's coming up in July.
Are you going? You get your tickets?
I got my tickets. It's me all by my lonesome this week, or this time.
Oh, dude, you're going to have a good time, though.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
It is nerd in full force.
I'll be honest. As much as I love being with my friends and stuff, my favorite thing at the cons is if I can be alone, because I don't feel like I'm on anybody else's schedule, or, I love to look through the books that I want to look through. I love to get the artwork that I want to get, looked at, and I don't want to share that time, because I'm only there usually for a single day.
Yeah.
But,
She's French-Canadian.
voulez-vous?
Oui?
Yeah. Voulez-vous donner?
I may be wrong on that, too.
Dude, I don't know.
We just throw Weez at the end of everything.
Oh, God.
Maybe Weezer.
Oh, good band.
Yeah, Buddy Holly.
Dude. Sweater song.
Yeah. You gonna find any cons to make it to anytime soon?
Man, I really wish I would have gone to the one that Chris put on last weekend. That would have been a good one. Up and back in a single couple hours. That's good.
Ricky Terry is in the house. One of my good friends, Ricky Terry.
Drive fast, turn left.
Yeah, I tried to get him to come over and hang out with us, and he
Ricky
said,
Terry.
He said he had
I don't know what to do with my hands. Is that wrong?
No,
Ricky Bobby?
no, that's
Bobby
him.
Ricky. Bobby
That's
Ricky.
him. Two first names. Two first names.
Welcome to the podcast, my friend.
Man, should I, Ricky? Should I? You know what? I might later on. Some comic books that come out this week.
What do you got?
The legendary. I love those even number issues. Those big issues. Spider-Man 800 come out this week.
Ooh.
He's been around for a while.
I love Spider-Man.
Good old Spidey.
Did you buy it, read it?
I bought it. Have not had a chance to read it
Okay.
yet. It's part of a really good storyline, so I want to read that whole thing. There's a Red Goblin now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah. I'm just like, why do y'all just keep making the same characters? They're just changing the color.
I don't mind.
And recently they've been just like combining characters and just like, hey, we got a new character.
I'll tell you what I liked. I liked the introduction of the Hobgoblin, and with the instead of the Green Goblin. I was young when that came out, and really, really enjoyed that story because I was on from the very beginning. So it was kind of cool. The only thing I don't like when they take our heroes and put somebody else in that spot. Like.
Yep.
I have nothing against the Winter Soldier or the Falcon, but Steve Rogers is Captain America. Stop monkeying around with it. I don't like when they do that.
Speaking of that character, I just picked up the first Bucky as Captain America this past weekend. It was in the $2 bin. I had to do it. I was forced.
The thing is, I'm not even saying I don't, some of the stories aren't good. Some of the stories are great, but I'm telling you.
Mighty Nick, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Joker, I talked to Boom Boom earlier, and he was telling me about that he's got power outage, so he might not be able to make it on tonight.
Oh, gotcha.
Gotcha. But hey, thank you for letting me know that as well. Let's see.
What other comics did you get?
Comic marriages are a big thing now. X-Men, we got Colossus and Kitty Pryde.
Did that happen like this month or?
I picked up the book. I haven't read it yet. It said they were having the prelude, so they might have actually had the marriage just recently.
Gotcha.
And
I love that couple. That's a good couple.
It is a good couple.
Good power couple.
Good couple. Good couple.
Speaking of which, I saw, when you're talking about Colossus, I saw Deadpool 2. Did we talk about that last week?
No, we haven't. Did we talk about that? I don't think we did.
No. Good movie. If you haven't seen it yet, it's fantastic.
Lots of comedy.
Dude, the greatest thing that Ryan Reynolds has done on that is he has kind of developed a cinematic universe that's separate, but, with the X-Men stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you enjoyed the first one, it's more of the same, which is not a bad thing if it's good.
And I love the first one.
And when it's good, it's really good. And it was almost like the first one, like an extended version of the movie. It was the same exact vibe to it, and I dug that.
Nice,
so
because I really, really loved the first one. And one of the things I was really liking about the trailers for it, It's like, are we gonna be getting the X-Force coming?
Well, and that's
You got Domino, Cable.
yeah, and
all
I don't
these
want to say
characters.
too much about it, but they did it in such a Deadpool style. It was perfect.
Nice.
It was
nice. Let's see. What else do I have written down? Batman and Catwoman, they'll be getting married very soon.
I remember the engagement.
Or will they?
Or will they? How is that going, that storyline?
I'm enjoying it myself.
Is it good?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's one of those things that they run with it for a little bit. They take a little break.
Which is okay.
And then they come back with it. I'm like, all right, this is good. This is good. I think it's supposed to be an book 49 or 50.
Okay.
So those are coming up soon. I think we're at 46, I think, or 47 just recently come out.
I'll be honest. I don't want Batman to get married. Even the Catwoman. And I love that couple.
You know what I said about it, right?
What?
Batman will face his toughest enemy, marriage, then divorce, then alimony.
Oh, dude. Can you imagine having alimony from Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
She will stop thieving.
The thing of it is that she's going to steal everything and then still get alimony because she's a Catwoman.
She's going to take and have him give half, and then she's going to steal the other half.
You know, but you got to think, they've been knowing each other since, what, the 40s? I guess it's about time.
It's a good couple. Who else? Anybody else getting married in the comic universe?
That's all I got right now.
Okay.
I'm sure, you know, someone else will go, hey, well, there's marriages. Let's put someone else together. News this week. Blade. Jamie Foxx named as Blade. Spawn. Not Blade. Spawn.
I thought that was Spawn.
Spawn.
Okay, what did you think about the original Spawn movie?
I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was great by any stretch, but I'm a huge fan of Michael J. White.
I am, and
that's the first thing I ever saw him in.
John Leguizamo. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah.
I thought that some of the parts
Violator.
they nailed really, really good. John Leguizamo specifically. The cape. They did a real good job with
the cape is almost a character in itself. But I like that.
But the story itself, I thought, was lacking, and it felt like it was a rush production. I can't wait to see what they'll do, you know, with Jamie Foxx, even though I'd like to see Michael J. White. Jai?
I always call him Jay. I don't know if it's Jay or Jai.
Yeah, I think it's Jay.
But, you know, PZ brought up something really, really interesting.
I remember this, yeah.
He said Michael J. White, or Jai, whatever. Now you got me, what do I want to call him now? But he goes,
I don't bite.
He's 50, and people say he's too old for it. Jamie Foxx, 50, perfect for the role.
Perfect. Hey, I'm almost 50, man. I think 50-year-olds should be getting some AARP back. They need to have those. Keep them alive, people.
Let's see. Miss Hustle, Batman going to be broke for the first time.
Yeah. Forever.
Forever. He's going to be supported by Alfred instead of the other way around.
Oh, man. He's got to kick it on the couch.
Starboy coming out on June 13th. I knew nothing about that coming out.
What is?
Starboy.
Dude, I don't know. I have to go. Is that a movie or a... No, that's a comic.
Yeah, Joker 68, Spawn cartoon from HBO. Much better than the movie.
Much better.
That was an awesome.
Love that cartoon.
Yeah.
Loved
that
it.
was very, very good.
You know what else I liked that was on during that time? And it was only real short-lived, I think like a couple of episodes, was The Max.
I don't even remember seeing that.
Oh, that was good.
I really enjoyed the comic books back then.
I'm telling you.
They had that. They had Pitt back then.
I might have that on VHS.
I have to check that out. I don't remember that.
Speaking of which, man, you've got to take and clear some space so I can give you that comic rack.
Yeah.
How soon are you going to do that? The thing is...
There's things happening. We'll be talking off screen about that.
Okay, good.
Things happening.
Very cool.
Things are happening. Wheels are in motion, Jerry.
If what's
Wheels
happening
are in motion.
is what I think is what's happening, I would like to take and have my brand on the side of it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Or else the price goes up.
You've got there. You can slap it on there. What you put a little concrete logo.
Oh,
on
trust
the
me,
side.
there's gonna be some concrete on that rack before it comes up. All right. Hey, another thing that I just saw in the news, and I didn't read the article, but I'm wanting to now is, Jason Momoa and the director have left the reboot of the new Crow movie. So I don't know what all is happening there, but the project as a whole, it looks like it is stalled.
Again. And you know what? If it stalls forever, I will not be upset.
Well, dude, I'm telling you, they've done so many, different projects with it, and the only one that was worth anything outside of the comics was Brandon Lee's. I didn't like anybody else's Crow movies, you know. But Jason Momoa, man, I tell you what, that is a fantastic idea to have him as the Crow.
I still look at him as Lobo.
Oh, he's totally Lobo, too.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
And
he'll never be Lobo.
I loved him as Aquaman.
I thought
Aquaman, not Aqua. Aqua.
The Aqueduct Man.
If you say Aqua. Aqua.
We used to call him Waterman around here.
Waterman.
That
Dude's a big dude. I call him whatever he asked me to call him.
Yeah, I have
Sir?
I feel like he's gonna be like, yeah, don't call me.
He might be. He looks like he'd be a good guy that if we ever got him on the podcast, him and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, both of those guys look like they would take and hang with us and have a good time and just be down to earth, good people.
Dwayne, call me back.
Jason, yeah, same thing.
Yeah. We really got nothing. Starboy is a Marvel comic-based character in the based on a Canadian singer.
Oh.
I did not know that.
Male Dazzler.
Bud Dazzler.
Bud Dazzler.
Speaking of that, I actually picked up Dazzler #1 in the dollar bin. So I was like,
the
why not?
old 80s one?
Yeah.
I think I have that.
Yeah, I didn't. I can't find the first appearance from X-Men, though. I want that in the dollar bin. That's part of the Dark Phoenix saga there. So
Yeah.
So, yeah. They're going to cut me a deal on that.
Dark Phoenix. I've got that. Back in the day, I remember when it came out, and the book itself was thicker.
Yeah.
And it was, just cool looking. The book itself. And, I bought it off the rack, and I remember thinking, okay, this is something special. And I read that thing. It's one of my favorite stories. It's great.
Yeah, it is a great story.
It is a great story.
Like, when I go Marvel, I think that might be amongst my favorite Marvel stories.
Oh, yeah, I'd put it up there.
In DC, like, The Killing Joke was right there. And Hush was a great series.
Gosh, I think I read the beginning of Hush and I never finished it. And it's just because I got busy.
I think it's like a 14, 15 episode run or something like that. Maybe not quite that many.
I think I've got the trade paperback and I got to read it. You know what else I haven't read that I want to? Green Lantern Darkest Night. I've got that one and I've never even started it. I know. It's just because I'm busy. It has nothing to do with me. Like I said, I want to read it.
Busy. How does anyone get busy when there are comic books involved? I do it all the time. I got this thing at home. It's called a television, and it keeps me away from my books sometimes.
They say nothing is impossible, and I say, dude, I do nothing all the time.
Yeah. There you go.
Right?
Yeah. Nothing is very possible.
What else you got on your list?
The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. No, this is the series.
Okay, now, I'm not up on it.
Yeah. Well, this is not plot.
It's not spoiler?
No.
All right.
I guess technically it could be from what's coming up in the next season. But Andrew Lincoln will be leaving. No more Rick Grimes.
No kidding.
How can you even have a series? I mean, you can't.
Not only that, what kind of money has he got to be turning away?
Yeah.
Because I can't see that they want him gone.
I don't know. I mean, maybe he's just tired of trying to speak American.
Yeah, it could be.
He's from a land down under.
No, I thought he was English. Was he Australian?
Aren't they the same thing?
Same thing.
Same thing?
Well, one is the prison colony for the other.
Well, you put a shrimp on the Barbie, right?
Austria.
Put another shrimp on the Barbie. But also, what's her name? Lauren Cohen. She is not re-signed with them yet.
Really?
Maggie. I'm like, well, if those two are gone, what can you do?
Well, them not re-signing doesn't mean really anything at this point because a lot of times that's a negotiation tactic for more money.
In the article I read, they're saying that Norman Reedus, they're trying to give him a buttload of money to lead everybody now.
I'll tell you what, if Rick is gone, it has to be Daryl.
Local news, Starport comic book shop in the mall will be closing August 15th.
Wow, that's too bad. I knew they were struggling for a long time. The rent over in our mall is pretty expensive.
Rent is brutal.
Yeah. Are they going to reopen somewhere else local?
I think they're shutting it down.
Oh, it's too bad.
So we've got nothing now.
Dude, we need something.
We need something.
I can't stand the fact that there is not a place to go and peruse. And I'll tell you what I want. I love, as much as I love comics, I love statues. You know, mini busts, stuff like that I would love. That's the best thing I like.
Here's the real question. Do you want to pay for them, though?
Well, yes.
Those things are expensive.
Well, the mini bust you can actually get for like in the, $30, $40 range, brand new. I'm not up for the, Batman, Superman, $500-$600 statue. I mean,
there is a Phoenix statue that you have up here. It's absolutely stunning. And it's $600, and they got to keep it.
Who?
It's a $600 statue. I was like, the store, they get to keep it because I cannot afford $600.
Oh, the store is keeping it.
Like that's insane.
There was this one I used to have. this little catalog or magazine that used to come up, and I can't remember what the name of it is. Like, coolest things that I never knew existed or something like that. It was one of those kind of catalogs. It was such a neat one because it was all these comic or pop culture items that are very hard to find that I'd never seen anywhere else.
Yeah.
And they had this Fantastic Four statue that was just, it was a complete statue that was only this big with all four of them collected on there that was so good. And I remember thinking, man, it's a couple $100, but I ought to get it. Now, you can't find it for that price. It's like $500-$600 for it. And I'm like, why didn't I grab that?
There's a statue coming out. It's either out or coming out of the new Teen Titans. It's got the cover number 1, but it's got each character. You can buy their figures, and you put it together as the cover of that comic.
For which one?
Teen Titans number 1.
Ooh, that's
the new
good.
Teen Titans number 1.
Dude.
It is awesome looking.
The other one that I didn't buy that was kind of like that, where if you bought them all together, it would make like, this huge scene, was X-Men versus the Sentinels. And there was this one Wolverine versus, the Sentinel, and he's just ripping it to bits. And I remember I could kill myself. The guy goes like this. I was like, oh man, that's no, I haven't seen that. He goes, it just came in. I think I'm gonna sell it for like $30.
Oh.
And the thing's like a couple $100 if you look for it. And I remember I didn't have 30 on me, and I was like, I come back and get it, and I forgot.
Yeah. I can't tell you the number of times I've forgotten to get something, and then I go back, it's gone.
Dude, I kill myself.
Mighty Nick, are we excited for Venom?
I am now.
Yeah.
The first trailer I hated. This new one looks decent.
Yeah. I mean, the second one.
I'm still on the fence, though.
The second one, I was like, okay, you sold me on the second one. The first one, I wasn't. That second, I'm like, okay, yeah. We're good now. I can definitely watch it.
Do you want to go into like a little movie talk on Solo? I watched that Friday.
You can discuss it.
Okay, I'll do a spoiler
A Spurber.
A spoiler alert.
A Morgan Spurlock.
Now I'll do spoiler free. First of all, I loved it. I know that it got like a 69 rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I pay no attention to those.
I can't now after seeing that. That's one of my favorite Star Wars movies of all time. I'll tell you the thing that made me like it so much. The reason that I liked the first trilogy, the original, was that group of heroes, that group had such chemistry.
Right.
You cared about everybody in the group. In the prequels, I didn't feel that at all.
Right.
And in these new ones, I really don't feel it. Rogue One, I loved the dynamic of that group of what do you call it? The entourage, I guess.
Yeah.
That group was fantastic. This one was great.
Nice.
This was great. I loved all of them. I loved seeing the origin story of how Han Solo began his career and how he made all these connections that are part of his character.
Yeah.
Chewie, Lando, Millennium Falcon.
Yep.
All of those expertly done. If you haven't seen it, I'm just going to tell you, man, take my word for it. Go and watch it. It's a good, fun movie, and I think it'll be one of your favorites.
All right, without any spoilers.
Yeah.
Chewie did not make him look dumb.
Fantastic way to represent him. In fact, they did a lot of things with Chewie that I was always, hungry to see. Yeah, and I was like, and that's all I can say. I can't say anything else.
Nice.
Totally, you can tell that they respected the source material and the characters, and there was a real quality of how they took and interacted. I loved it.
Nice.
In fact, that's another one I would actually pay to go see again in the theater.
Nice.
That and Avengers I could do.
I don't know that Avengers thing.
Shut up.
That comedy fest.
Shut up.
All right, speaking of that, we're going to go into our main topic
Let's
of
do
the
it.
evening, unless you got anything else.
No.
Okay, our main topic, there's been kind of some memes going around, is movies that you hate that other people love.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's a whole slew of them.
I saw that you had this idea and had thrown around a couple, and I was like, yeah, I could see that being a good topic. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and get started with yours.
All right. The first one I have on the list, movies that I love, other people hate. Green Lantern.
Oh, you loved it?
I really did. And I want this understood. I think the reason I liked it, I can't go quite love, but really liked.
Okay.
Was the only drawback was that stupid CGI suit.
Yeah.
The rest of it I thought was actually a pretty good movie.
There were parts in there that I agree with you that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ryan Reynolds had the look, but he was almost Deadpool in that movie too.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at Hal Jordan as supposedly not being Deadpool, but being Tom Cruise Maverick in Top Gun.
Right.
You know, that kind of cool, arrogant, maybe a little comedy here and there, but he's a snarky kind of character, and that came across too much, I thought.
Mm-hmm. I had fun with that movie. I really did. You guys on there also, leave us some comments. Let us know some movies that you liked that other people hated.
Or the other way around.
Yeah, that's actually meant that you hated and other people liked. Because actually we're going to do both ways on here as well, too.
I'll tell you the other thing I did not like about it.
Mm-hmm.
The Power Ring, when they draw it in comics doing its thing,
mm-hmm.
it does a lot of silly stuff
Uh-huh.
that I never could really get around, But when I saw it on the movie, I was like, ooh, that whole racetrack.
It's funny, that one thing I really thought was fun.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, of all the things you can make, is like, let's make like an old school racetrack out there that you play with the Hot Wheels back in the day.
And I could see somebody digging that, but I was just like, I don't know, I just didn't connect with it.
Miss Hustle come right out with Daredevil.
First one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it or not like it?
Because I'm trying to figure out, did anyone actually like that movie?
I tell you where they lost me was where they did the playground.
Yeah, I was about to say
battle.
the seesaw. Yeah,
I was like,
I will say this: the director's cut I thought was a little bit better.
I've heard that
you
for
still
years.
haven't seen that yet.
No, and I own it.
You gotta watch that. Coolio's in it,
dude. I've heard that.
So, Miss Hustle, was that one you liked that other people hated? Because I mean,
it was okay. But I'll be honest, that was like one of the first ones that ever came out. I was pulling for it so, much to do well that I had to be careful back then because I was making my decision. I was like, I don't care. I like anything that they're putting out with.
And she said that's why she loved Elektra.
Oh. What, the movie Elektra?
She said that's why she loves Elektra.
Oh, okay. Elektra is a good character. The movie Elektra.
The comics back in the day, I believe, Miller, I think, was the creator of her, I believe. Frank Miller, I believe.
Yeah.
When he did that Daredevil run back in the day.
Now, did you read Frank Miller's take?
I have not read that.
Really good.
Because that's
good.
older books that I can't afford yet.
Oh, dude, I guarantee you can find them in the dollar bin somewhere.
That first appearance of Elektra, you're not going to find.
Even a beat up one?
I don't think so. I don't do beat up books.
Oh, dude, just to read it.
There's no such thing as a reader copy.
Comic snob.
Mighty Nick, Spider-Man 3, my guilty pleasure. I said the same thing. Yeah. I did. I mean, again, I know you hated that scene.
I hated it.
He's walking down there, got the goth thing happening.
I swear to God, I thought that was just a joke, and I was like, they really did that.
It was so bad that I loved it. She said Daredevil was made for women. I can see that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's got Ben Affleck in it. Tight red leather pants. Ass black.
Do you have one?
What? That
you hated? That other people love?
Gosh, off the top of my head.
Do.
Yeah, Talladega Nights.
Oh, man.
I tell you, I know I was going to catch flack for it.
Oh, man.
Let me explain.
Boom Boom is on. No internet watching on your phone. Thanks, Boom Boom, for coming.
Awesome. I love that comedy duo of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Step Brothers is, to me, one of the funniest movies of all time. And I just did not dig Talladega Nights
at all. Oh, my gosh. There's so much goodness in that. So many great lines.
I catch crap whenever I say that, too. I catch all kinds of
Shake and bake. Man. I did not see that one coming
I'm
at
sorry.
all. Not in the least.
That's why I was like feigning. I don't have any on. I don't have a list. I was like,
guest appearance by who? Who made a guest appearance in that movie? Dale Jr.
And Borat.
Well, we don't count Borat. He made a full appearance in there.
Dale Jr.
Man, did not see that. Am I the only one that is shocked right now?
Sorry.
Because I actually have one written down that you don't like, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Next for me, I think people actually do like this, but they kind of don't want to admit it.
What?
Sharknado.
I'm not a fan.
Sharknado #1. I mean, we're up to like 5 or 6 now, but man, that first one sucked me right in.
All right, okay. That's gonna take and put me on one that all of my buddies loved when we were, younger. The same kind of spoof movies back then, like The Naked Gun and Hot Shots and Airplane.
Hot Shots 2.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Part 2. French Canadian.
Yes. Vive la France.
I hated all of them. I thought it was
All the
lowbrow,
spoofs?
stupid humor.
Man.
It's like, dude, I could have wrote that.
Leslie Nielsen?
Yes.
Man.
There's some jokes in there that I
Wow.
laugh at, but
OJ?
yeah. Seeing him, remember like him rolling down the
Yeah.
stairs and stuff, and I was just like, oh damn, that is
I
just
mean,
like
he's been like through every little thing, and then next thing you know, he's going down the steps and flipping.
I did not like it. And whenever it came
Reggie
on,
Jackson was in that
Yeah.
first one.
I liked Reggie Jackson.
Reginald Martinez Jackson.
I was a Yankee fan back then.
Yeah, but he was an angel back then.
Oh, he was. That's right.
Yes, he
That's
was
right.
an angel. He tried to kill the queen.
All right, what else? What about
Who
some
can
other-
hate Jennifer Garner? That's true.
Oh, she's a
Alias.
cutie. Very, very, very good show.
Do you have another one that you could like rip my heart out, stomp on a little bit?
No, you go with another one. I'll take and follow
This
up.
one, this one is one that a lot of people may not even know, may not have seen, but it was rated as, for a longest time, the worst movie ever made.
Okay.
Troll 2. Not Troll 1,
Which was a classic.
which has no relevance whatsoever in Troll 2.
Don't you hate when they do that?
Yeah, I mean, this was like I watched it, I'm like, this is so bad that I'm really digging it.
Oh, dude. I've got a couple movies that are like that, like Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Love Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
It's so
One of
bad, it's
my-
awesome.
One of my favorite scenes is when the one clown is walking through town and he sees people coming and he sees like a mechanical thing there and he starts doing things like that.
To take and blend in.
Yeah,
yeah.
and people just walk by, hey, that one's new. He just walks on in.
Dude, I saw that. Like, I just caught it flipping through channels one day, and I was like,
Oh.
"What is this?" And I could not take my eyes off of it. It was great. What?
They're talking about Jennifer Garner on here. Ricky, her fake smile kills me. Love her, but her fake smile is terrible.
Oh, dude. I'm gonna have to take and go with like Mighty Nick talking about The Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Not hated it.
dude, I didn't like it.
No, he said he loved it.
I know.
Yeah.
And Mighty Nick, I'm with the crowd of the masses on that one.
Yeah.
The reason that I didn't like it, I didn't like Batman portrayed that way.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the end when, like, okay, the Batcave is going to be exposed to a bunch of, snot-nosed kids because he gave his house away. I was like, what? The whole little thing with, Robin at the end, I was just like, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I wanted to.
Early in the movie, I knew how it was going to end. At that little cafe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, well, I know what's coming later in the movie.
Yeah, but you know what? They left it so arbitrary that you weren't sure, is that really something he's seeing? Or is he daydreaming that that's what he would see and he was having a fond memory of?
Yeah. The Killing Joke.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of ending. They left it like to your interpretation.
Ambiguous. I was like, I didn't.
The ambiguously gay duo from Saturday Night Live.
To be honest, I just watched it again. It's pretty bad. I just watched it again probably a few months ago because I was like, maybe I need to give it another chance. And I did like it better this last go around.
Mm-hmm.
But I just watched Dark Knight like maybe last weekend again. I was like,
I still love that
so
movie.
Good.
Still love it.
So good. So was Batman Begins. Wow.
This is random. The So What's in Your Wallet commercials.
makes me cringe.
Yeah. I know it's in my wallet. They're called moths.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They just kind of
too.
fly out when I
Lint.
open it up.
Lint.
Yes. I got that in my pocket too.
How many of you guys out there have this same feeling? You will go to a movie, and in the previews, you'll see a preview that you cannot stand to sit through. And for the next month of movies, you got to take and see it on TV and in the previews. They got a new one out. Like last one that I went through this was Dunkirk. which could be a great movie, but the preview...
It's actually a very good movie. The previews made me go, I have no desire to see this.
Exactly.
And it was actually a really good movie.
And I heard that. I heard that the movie, you got to give it a chance. The one right now is like, oh God, what is it? Crazy Rich Asians or something like that.
No clue what that is.
And it just seems
It sounds like a comedy. I don't know.
It is.
It?
You know. But if I have to sit through that preview again,
The sequel would be Crazy Poor Americans.
I don't think my arm could reach, popcorn to the screen from up in the stadium seating, but I want to.
It's like, give it a shot, man.
What else?
You got nothing?
Dude, I gave you the Naked Gun movies. I gave you Ricky Bobby.
That was like 15 movies he gave me at once.
At one time.
Yeah,
so there's two.
Yeah. Next for me, let's see, where is it at?
I'm gonna peek at his list.
Movies I love the most hate. Okay, I may take some grief for this one. Howard the Duck.
You love that?
I loved Howard the Duck.
Oh my gosh, you are.
I know,
off the reservation.
Right? I know. I thought
that was
movie,
horrid.
It was, as a child, that was awesome.
Okay, now to frame it with that context, I can get it. If I'm a kid and I'm watching that, because I'm older than you, so
Leah Thompson.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah.
Too. Isn't it funny how they made her look so unappealing in Back to the Future?
Yeah.
But if you see her, she's a cutie.
She is.
Yeah.
Catwoman, Ms. Hustle, loved or hated? Please say you hated that movie. Solo movie struggling. I don't know. We just had someone over here. She loved Catwoman.
I heard that Solo movie is struggling, and it's too bad because it's a fantastic movie.
I've heard some people say, well, it's second week of Deadpool. Maybe that hit it a little bit.
Yeah.
I was going to say Holiday Weekend might have hit it, but, I mean, that's when most people go.
Well, I'll tell you this. There was no excitement about the movie until I saw the second trailer. The first trailer was just like the one we were talking about with Venom. Mm-hmm. It just did nothing for me. I was like, that looks just completely redundant and useless. And I'm telling you, go see it. If you love the Star Wars universe, give it a chance. It's good.
Mighty Nick says, I love Batman Forever. Now, is that the one
Nick, what are you thinking?
Is that the one with Riddler?
Yeah, Two-Face and Riddler.
Okay, I did like Jim Carrey. Beginning, middle, end, that's it. That's all I liked. I thought he played a good Riddler.
They did good, but they just went so heavy with the camp,
unapologetically,
that I was just like, dude.
I mean, I thought Two-Face, Tommy Lee Jones was brutally bad.
Brutally bad.
That's like, I think Tommy Lee Jones, I mean, not Tommy Lee Jones, but Two-Face as good bad, not male, female bad.
Or,
like, what is he doing?
Bad and weird.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I didn't. I love, you look at Aaron Eckhart's Two-Face, perfection.
Well, every time I hear that name, I have to go back to Batman.
There was this one movie.
I love the original Batman.
Way back when called Existence.
And
every time they said it, they would say it like that, Existence. And me and my wife watched this movie, and we were just like, I'm never going to forget that. I watched that movie maybe 18 years ago, and I'm like, Existence.
I watch ESPN a lot, Sports Center. And in the
go all the way.
Yeah, he just doesn't do that much anymore. That makes me sad too. Oh. But one thing they do, they really try to emphasize, people's names from their own countries, from their countries.
Oh, so they'll put the
they
have to roll their R's and stuff.
Melendez, like it's Melendez, dude.
Melendez.
I'm like, dude, just. I'm sorry, you're some white dude.
It just sounds forced.
Yeah, it really, really does.
Nah, I'm with you on that. That kind of get old on me too. All right, give me another one of your list. I want to see if I agree with you.
I think that's all of my had for the movies I love that other people hated. All right, I'm going to drop the one that you hated that I have never heard of another person not like. Ever.
All right.
And it may be the only movie I've ever heard
I already know. You want me to say it? Because I can say it and I know what you're going to say. Equilibrium.
Christian Bale.
Horrible movie.
Okay, somebody on here, tell me that you agree with Troy that was a bad movie, Equilibrium. It was
Everyone's going to be like, I've never heard of that.
The world's going to go, Troy's an idiot.
And now you know.
I'm like, how does anyone not dislike? What? Movie's awesome.
Put it this way. After I saw The Matrix and then this movie came out, I was like, okay, that looks like they're kind of borrowing a lot of the cinematography, that look. So I watched it, but it was years afterwards, and I just did not dig it.
That was an awesome movie. It's supposed to be an awesome movie.
Awesome.
Awesome.
He's giving it an A.
A?
A.
There's an
He's
A
Canadian.
He's not Canadian. He
don't know what to do with his hands. Ricky, don't hate me. I'm just playing. I love you.
I'm like, dude. I mean, the things I've said to him, that dude, you're like giving me like 5 compliments right there.
Dude, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. The Matrix. I love The Matrix. That's hard for me to not like. But I didn't like the second and third movie that much.
Yeah, the first one I absolutely
was awesome.
loved. I watched that one, the first one, gosh, a few weeks ago.
I'll tell you one.
And I feel like it kind of holds up still.
Oh, I do too. But you can see that it's dated. You can see that.
But I mean, when you first saw that, you know, him moving the bullets coming at him in slow motion. Oh,
incredible.
That was awesome.
Shoot, I just forgot which one I was gonna say. The Matrix. Oh, I can't remember.
Thinking is the overrated.
Which one?
Thinking.
Thinking
is the overrated.
Yeah, and
he's will
education is important, but jujitsu is importanter. That's just, I've been choked out too many times.
Okay, now I'm going to go with movies I hate that most love.
Okay, throw them at me.
You got any for that?
Oh, I'm sure I'll come up with
All
something.
right, my first one.
I didn't do my homework. You guys don't hate.
I feel very confident, the world disagrees with me on this one.
You hate this one.
I hate this one.
All right, what do you got?
And I know you love it. I know Peasy loves it.
Justice League.
Pulp Fiction.
You hate it?
Hated it.
Love.
The first time I watched, I made it like.
Love that movie.
I made it like 45 minutes in. I'm like, God, this is killing me.
Really?
I went back in and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch this whole thing. And the only scene that I think I really liked was at the beginning. Samuel L. Jackson with the hamburger.
Oh, yeah. Royale with cheese.
That scene with him. Are you eating that? I needed a little bit to drink with it, too. He grabs a man's soda.
Oh, that's good. I can't believe you didn't like that.
Gosh, I thought it was awful.
Are you a Quentin Tarantino fan?
Some.
Do you like dialogue-driven movies?
Some.
But this one just
This one just did not do anything for me.
Check this out. I got a phone call from a friend of mine that I had not heard from since that movie was big. And we used to quote and laugh about that movie all the time. And he goes, I hadn't heard from him. I mean, like in 20 years. And he goes, T. Roy, how are you? And I don't recognize the phone number. I'm like, fantastic, how are you? And I don't know who it is. And then I'm like, after a while, I'm like, all right, who is this? And he goes, Marcellus Wallace. And I was like, Ken! I mean, I knew immediately. What a great movie.
Gosh, brutal.
What do you give it on an A, B, C, D scale?
Well, like it's not the D because the D is awesome.
That's what she said.
I mean, that thing fails absolutely miserably for me. Just miserably.
Like, you give Pulp Fiction an F?
That dance scene, I just wanted to just like, you know what?
Not a fan of the dance scene.
I'm like, dude, you got the Marilyn Monroe and all the people in there, the James Dean and
Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
You didn't like Jackrabbit Slim?
Nothing.
You didn't like Go In and Get My Wallet? You didn't like that?
No.
Damn.
Man.
All right, check this out. Ricky Terry is talking about Hateful Eight. I'm a Quentin Tarantino fan, and I don't know if it was the movie itself, Hateful Eight, or not, but I tried to watch it over the winter, and I think I might have been just like old man and tired, but I fell asleep during it. So I only watched like the first, 20 minutes. So I can't give you an honest answer, but I think I might have been so bored with it that I fell asleep.
I thought it was awesome.
Did you?
I did.
So I need to watch that one?
I thought, well, I mean, obviously we're showing that there's a lot of stuff that I like that and don't like that you either like or opposite on. So
that would be a good test.
There's a 50% chance.
50? Thank you for clearing that mud up.
You're certainly welcome. But I thought it was an awesome, awesome movie. And it's one of those things that I really thought Samuel L. Jackson should have had a shot at Best Actor.
Oh, 100%.
But he just, I guess in that movie, Hateful Eight, there were so many people that were really lead actors in that movie.
Dude,
so it's
Bruce
hard
Willis.
Bruce, was he in that? Yeah, he was. No?
Yes.
Okay.
He's the boxer.
In Hateful Eight?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Pulp Fiction.
We don't care about no Pulp Fiction. Remember, it sucked, remember?
I take it back.
And my chest feels better now, oddly enough.
If you bruise, I'm sorry.
By the way, Mighty Nick, the reason I avoided that comment was because that's my next movie.
Which one?
Avatar. I thought that was brutal.
I didn't think it was brutal. I thought it was extremely overrated.
I was like, gosh. My thought was maybe I need to see it in IMAX 3D.
It made me think, why are they? Because everybody was talking, it's a game changer. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's a CGI big Smurf cartoon.
Yeah.
You know, and I did not think it was. I tell you, I like Stephen Lang in it.
Which one was he?
He is the old Marine who is the head of the thing.
Yeah.
I love him. He was in, what was it, Don't Breathe? Loved him in that. Speaking of which, did you see that movie, Don't Breathe?
Don't Breathe.
Just recently, like maybe a year ago or something. Really good. You need to see that. But he played a part that I didn't know for the longest time in the movie Tombstone. He was Ike, one of the bad guys, the cowboys.
Yeah.
And that dude was like
Tombstone, awesome movie.
That was like a nothing, and he's one of the baddest dudes in Hollywood now for his age. I mean, you know.
Yeah, when you mentioned that, off the list for one quick second.
Yeah.
Favorite Western?
Open Range.
Young Guns.
Young Guns is on my list.
I love the first one.
Yeah, first one. There was parts on the second one that I liked. But Open Range with Kevin Costner and Robert Duvall.
Gosh, that was awesome. I mean, that one speech with Duvall.
It's crazy.
Oh, my gosh, awesome.
Written by us, not no 10-star, and we aim to take and serve it. That's the first time I ever saw Kevin Costner in a movie where he was supposed to be tough, and I believed it.
Joker, take care, buddy. Thanks for
out?
stopping by. Yeah, he said he's not feeling good, so he's going to go ahead and hit the bed.
Feel better, buddy.
Thanks so much for stopping by. You know how much I appreciate it, man. You're awesome, buddy. Thank you so much.
I hope you feel better, man.
Man of Steel, yeah, I didn't.
I thought that was good. It wasn't great, but I'll watch it again, you know, here and there.
Which that was the first one with the new guy,
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I was like Michelangelo. Hey, that's not it.
Michelangelo.
That's so not it.
That's one that I like that I think got a lot of crap is the remake, the new, not the brand, the sequel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The first one of the new ones.
Yeah, I like that.
It's one of those things. Every time I see it, I'm like, yeah, the original ones were better.
It's hard though to not think that way when you've already got a connection to it. Like I don't want them to do a Goonies remake or a sequel.
Gosh, I've been hearing about that for a long time. I hope not.
Leave it alone. It's too good. What else you got on your list?
Red Dead Redemption video game. That was a fun game. It was a long game.
I remember seeing the thing, but I'm not a gamer.
Scarface.
I thought it was overrated.
I did not like Scarface in the least.
Overrated.
I do like say hello to my little friend. And that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
I'll tell you what I thought was... Because I just recently got on this kick to watch all the classic movies that I'd heard of, but I'd never really seen. The Godfather movies. It's so funny because the first one I watched, it was good, but I didn't think it was fantastic. Wow. But I realized the reason that it is so good, it's the original. All of the gangster cliches that you see in Goodfellas and all these other movies, you can see like something in Godfather that it's, you know, kind of a take from, is the original. So that, I mean, that was good. But I'll agree. Scarface, you know what I hate? I hate these people who think that they're gangsters, and they always will have a Scarface poster up, and they'll be sitting there, you know, oh, look, I got...
Yeah.
Losers.
Yeah. Mighty Nick, I hope they don't make another Back to the Future. Totally agree. If they do, that's just going to be really
Leave it
bad.
alone.
Really bad, yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the second or the third one either. I loved... The first one is one of my all-time favorite movies of all time. But that second and third, it just looked forced.
Oh, yeah, to me, yeah, it went downhill. I thought the second one was nowhere near as good as the first one. The third one just right off the rails.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally off the rails. Hit the railroad in it. Yeah.
Bum, bum.
Let's see here. Oh, they're just having their chatty time. You know, I think a lot of people like this one. One of my best friends, it's one of his favorites, A Clockwork Orange.
I saw that.
Stanley Kubrick.
That and 12 Monkeys both are kind of the same to me, and I didn't, it just not for me.
Yeah, I mean, that to me did nothing for me, but some of my friends were like, man, you got to see this.
Yeah.
I finally bought it, DVD, started watching, like, you like this movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a real artsy, original thing back then.
Yeah.
But the only thing that made me really want to watch it was when I found out David Prowse from Darth Vader, was in it. I was like, oh, okay.
I hope he's still wearing the helmet.
Speaking of which, you ever heard that version of Star Wars where it's David Prowse's voice?
I didn't see the whole thing. I saw some
You
scenes.
rebel scum!
And I was like, this is really bad.
It was really bad.
They made a good decision. Now, I'm going to say that on some of the memes I saw, and I was like, some of these movies that people said that they hated, that people love, I was like, you people just need to go die. Not literally.
No.
Not literally.
Let's hear them. Throw them out.
Star Wars. Someone actually put all of them.
What? They hated them?
Hated all of them.
Well, dude, if it's not your cup of tea, then it's not your cup of tea. But those
wrong.
are good movies. At least the first three.
Ricky, Fight Club. Maybe you liked or disliked?
I loved Fight Club.
I thought it was good. I thought it was very good, but it's like watching it back a second time. Well, I know the spoilers in it now.
I tell you what, Edward Norton in Primal Fear.
Love it. Watched it again the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Love that movie.
You ever see that movie where he played like a janitor? That he was that he played like he was mentally challenged, but he just cased in a place to rob it.
Yeah, that was with Robert
De Niro.
De Niro.
Yeah.
The Heist, I think, is what it was called.
Yeah, that was actually.
And it was
very
like
good
tat
too.
tat tat.
Yeah. See, two of our guy, Bill Murray. Two different people had these on it. What about Bob?
Overrated?
They said they hated it.
What about Bob was just okay for me.
It was very good. Groundhog Day.
I love that movie.
Yeah. It was awesome.
That movie, every single time I watch it, I revel in how much I love Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Bill Murray and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, I think that is president and vice president material right there. Yeah. I can't help it. I love it. Stripes, Ghostbusters, Groundhog Day. Oh, my God.
Nick says
Meatballs?
Black Panther, even though he enjoyed it, was overrated.
I thought it was, too.
Oh, my goodness. I loved it. It was a Marvel movie that I liked.
You know what? Tell me why.
I just thought everything about it was really good. I mean, all of Wakanda. I mean,
I love
when
that.
they first flew down into Wakanda, he goes like, "Yeah, I love doing this." Or no, there goes, "This never gets old." I was like, "Oh, I thought it was awesome."
Dude, I'm telling you, I like that movie a lot. I almost could say I love it, but it had a few problems. The last fight scene between Black Panther and the bad guy. The CGI was subpar for that level of Marvel movie. It looked like a video game cinematic, and I was like, that hurt it for me. I love the Wakanda vibe. I love their whole boom, boom, Wakanda. I love their culture. I love the story where at the very end they blended it with the talk of unity.
Yeah.
That I loved.
I mean, I like that you had like the different groups and they had these different ideas about how to do things, and then they did come together. I'm like, those guys like that saved T'Challa, is that right? T'Challa. Yeah, and they saved him. I was like, I like those guys.
Oh yeah.
And when the one guy starts talking, they're, oh. We eat people like, nah, man, we're just vegetarians.
Oh, dude.
That was awesome.
I actually thought that movie was good, but I have to agree with him. There was the stir that it caused. It just came across as a little too much. I was like, it just was overrated.
I felt good about it. Felt very good about it. See, another one, Friday.
You don't like that one?
No. This is what people said.
They don't like Friday?
I love that first Friday.
That was another one right during the Pulp Fiction time that we quoted nonstop.
Yeah.
You better put some water on it.
Dang.
We ain't even got any milk.
Awesome. Like, how did somebody go, no, I don't like that. Rocky, the original Rocky.
Oh, my God.
Wait, what? No.
Now, I will say this. Rocky 3 was when I became a diehard Sylvester Stallone Rocky fan. And it's tough to watch the first one because he's not that guy yet.
I think that's what I really started liking, because he was just like your guy, your normal guy, and he gets that shot.
But when I was a kid, I never saw Rocky and Rocky 2 before I saw Rocky 3.
What about Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Duh, yeah. Gotta give me another hat.
Coming to America. someone said they did not like.
It was good, but I thought it was overrated.
Gosh, I love that movie.
There was a lot of great things about it.
Trading Places.
Love Trading Places. I like better than Coming to America.
Gosh, I love them both. I mean, there's so many great quotable, funny lines in those two movies.
Dude, I love it. One of the things that my buddy Will in here always says is that when we were like, talking trash, like we were getting all pumped up, he goes, "We're gonna kill the money grubbers."
Yeah.
Because if you watch it, the edited version, which is a big thing back in the day, that's how they said the MF word. We're going to kill the money grubbers.
Yeah, kill them.
He said he saw that version before he ever saw the unedited one. And he goes, when they dropped that F-bomb, he was like, I thought they talking about money grubbers. That was pretty good.
So awesome. And one other one of my friends said he did not like. I pretty much disowned him as a friend. The Princess Bride.
I love that movie.
That movie to me is so awesome.
Oh, I love it. Someone said they didn't like it?
Yeah.
No, good movie.
I mean, maybe it's a little bit for kids, but doggone.
I had to convince my son Connor, who's 14, getting ready to go 15, last year to watch it. And he just did not. The Princess Bride, what? And I'm like, I was like, son, if you don't like this, man, the next 3 movie picks are yours, but I'm so sure that you're going to like it. I said, you got to trust me.
Memphis Dale, how's it going?
And he loved it. Yep. He goes, that was really good.
Same way with Fresno.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
With his kid or for him personally?
No, for him.
Oh, yeah.
I loaned him. I was like, dude, just
watch it.
Just watch it, man.
Good movie. Good movie.
The Cat in the Hat. Oh, Mighty Nick, he said one of his guilty pleasures is The Cat in the Hat.
The cartoon?
No, the movie with Mike Myers.
I don't think I ever saw that.
Oh,
live action with him.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
I want to say Dakota Fanning is one of the kids in that movie, I think. I might be wrong about that. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
The Grinch I didn't like. The live action Jim Carrey. Did you like that?
I thought it was kind of funny in spots, but nah, not really, no. I'll go back to the cartoon on that one.
Nah, it looked plasticky to me. I was like, nah.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of any other movies. Thor Ragnarok absolutely sucked. One of the worst things in the history of Earth. That was for me.
I loved it.
The movie is brutal.
Loved it.
Baru Atoll.
I know, and I totally get everybody saying it was too much comedy. I get that. But, man, I still loved it. I loved, number one, that they actually let the Hulk talk. I hated for years that he couldn't talk. Because in the comics, I mean, that's what carries the book. He talks. Wrong,
Memphis Dale, but that's okay. You're still one of my people.
Memphis Dale is right. Thor Ragnarok, fantastic movie. I loved it. In fact, I'll tell you, the scene at the beginning with that song in the intro fight scene, and then again on the Rainbow Bridge, I get chills. I'm like, that is so well done. Oh, I love it. Ah, he's spinning that hammer, man. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, go.
So woefully done? Woefully.
Oh, it was awesome. Love that.
Yeah, that, when we do our comic book theories podcast,
yeah,
there's something
you have a theory
from Thor, that I've got.
Okay.
But that's coming up soon. I can't wait to do that one. We talked about that 8 months ago.
We got to get that.
Yeah.
I got to do my homework next time. I feel woefully underprepared for this.
I'm shocked. You know what's going to be interesting is Dennis. Our good friend Dennis, he's going to watch this. He's going to go, this is the first time Troy did not just have 1,000 things right there. First time.
It's the diabetes. It's getting in my head.
Diabetes?
The diabetes is among us.
Diabetes.
I'm on St. John's wort right now.
You got warts?
Yeah. St. John's wort. I'm taking that. I'm taking ginkgo.
As opposed to gecko?
Gecko.
I don't know what a ginkgo is.
Ginkgo biloba. It's a supplement.
Bulbula.
It's supposed to be good for circulation.
Hey,
and stuff.
you are my bulbula.
Yeah, bulbula. Hey, bulba. Come here. What else am I taking?
Did you like Click?
No, I didn't watch that shit. That's Adam Sandler.
Oh, gosh, it's so awesome.
I thought Happy Gilmore was overrated.
Oh, man.
I enjoyed it.
That's back when he was good.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it, but it was still same thing with Billy Madison, overrated. It's like, why are you guys giving this guy a pass on moron writing like this? Grown Ups, overrated.
Grown Ups, brutally bad.
Terrible.
I hated both of them. Because when I watch them, I'm like, I think there's a joke that they know we don't get.
And we don't care.
Yeah.
I hate inside jokes. Is like the most lowbrow form of humor. It's like that's so exclusionary. It's like, what are you doing?
Hey, you remember that one time that we were doing that?
Oh, that was great.
That was so
And then the elephant.
Oh my gosh, y'all won't get that, but it was
Skeleton
awesome.
walks into a bar. He said, "I need a beer and a mop."
Didn't you?
Da-da-da. Sorry, I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, Stranger Tides, and that was on there. I was like, oh, that's pretty
The
bad.
Caribbean.
I love the first three of those. They're
Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
I'm Caribbean.
Caribbean? Hey, potato, potato. I like
Hey,
both of those.
write down if y'all Caribbean or Caribbean.
Did you like those movies?
I really love the first one.
Only the first one?
Well, give me a second.
Go ahead.
I thought the
Only on the first one?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It was one of those slowly slippery slopes. Not a fast slope.
I love the first three.
Like the Matrix. Matrix had a fast slope downwards.
Yeah, I know.
But that was kind of a slow slope and just kept
and
going.
they're still sloping
until
down.
they got when they got to that one where Orlando Bloom and what's her face?
Keira Knightley.
Yeah, when they weren't even in the movie.
Yeah, that's number 4, Stranger Tides.
I'm like, yeah, y'all just crashed at the bottom.
I agree because a big part of that for me was that cast.
Yeah.
Their chemistry. I'm big on that. If you've got a group like that, don't change the group.
Mm-hmm. But I will say this one thing about Johnny Depp. You've seen him go to hospitals,
I've seen that, and he's dressed like that.
I like, dude, that's awesome.
I'll tell you, Johnny Depp, I love as an actor. I feel bad for him in a couple of areas. He's always playing these crazy guys. Alice in Wonderland, Willy Wonka, and sometimes there's it's the same guy with a different wig.
Yeah, Willy Wonka, the new one, not a fan.
Didn't see it because I was just like, and Alice in Wonderland, I didn't see it.
Alice in Wonderland wasn't horrible.
Right? Okay.
Wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination, but it wasn't awful.
I wasn't a fan of either one of those movies originally. Mm-hmm. Willy Wonka, I did with Gene Wilder. I watched that a lot, but it's because it was so different than anything. Right. I was like, okay, this is like kind of
when you were a kid. Did that chocolate tunnel scare the hell out of you?
Oh, the chocolate tunnel wasn't so bad, but when that fat kid got sucked up through the, where you put your bank money in and the pneumatic tube, I was like, ah! And then the chick turned purple and big like that. Dude, I mean, it wasn't no winged monkey or slee stacks type of thing, but it was up there, man. That freaked me out.
It's funny when I mention slee stacks, how many people have no idea what I'm talking about?
What a sad childhood to not know the slee stack. You're doing it right, too, with your fingers.
Yeah, you got to have the fingers like that.
You got to have the 3 fingers.
And then you had the main slee stack and had like the little crystal thing.
Enoch.
If you put it in the right order, you can go back.
The pylon. Go ahead and throw them at me.
Yeah.
Sid Marty Krofft. Chaka. Totally. I know a guy used to train here that could have been Chaka.
HR, Puff and stuff.
Dude, love that.
Love me some HR Puff.
Sid and Marty Krofft, 100% can do no wrong.
When we were kids, oh my gosh, it would be so awesome. Nowadays, they're like, it's just not the same. Like, you're wrong. It is the same.
It is the same.
Let's see. Anything else I can think of?
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right there. That was a good one.
By the way, Kathleen Kennedy. Who was Kathleen Kennedy?
I don't know.
Who is Kathleen Kennedy?
Wish we had a thing where you could punch stuff in on a computer. And
they should make some kind of a website or something for such a thing. They probably never will, though.
It makes me giggle. I mean, Google.
Sorry. I just put Fran Drescher on you.
I always said
that was brutally bad too.
President of Lucasfilm. That's all it says.
Oh, that's who that is? So I thought it was a woman. Kathleen Kennedy?
Yeah, that's her name, President of Lucasfilm.
Oh. Because when I was looking at it, I just kept seeing pictures of men underneath it. That's why I was confused.
The reason that he's saying that is that, they've had a couple of lackluster, responses to the Star Wars franchise. I mean, it's making money, but not like not like the original Star Wars thing. And she's one of the ones they're pointing fingers at. It's like,
another movie I did not like? The newest X-Men movie.
Dude, most of the X-Men movies have been a disappointment for me.
It's funny, I liked the first 3 until y'all ruined them for me by saying they all sucked.
I like the first 2. The first one, because it was such an original thing. It's like, we finally are seeing it. But the second one with Nightcrawler, that first scene, that's one of the coolest scenes in comic book history.
There you go.
Dude.
He just dropped the knowledge on you. stupid K that makes no sound on there.
Mixmaster.
Jam Master J.
Thank you guys for joining us on
Thank
our
you.
live podcast and listening to us kind of ramble on.
And next week, hopefully closer to that 7:45 time, we'll see what we can do.
Yes.
We'll try.
I'll try to work it out better.
Yeah.
Sorry if I messed up your schedules tonight, man.
Hey, it's good. Hey, as long as our little angel got home safely, that's what counts.
Dude. And safely and happy.
Well, she probably wasn't too happy. She didn't get to say hello to me.
Dude,
Hey, Riley.
She actually did say.
Riley.
She goes, "How come I can't see Daryl?" I was like,
Yeah. Have
you had dinner yet?
That's too legit. No.
No, what's for dinner tonight?
I don't know. You having another veggie sandwich?
Yeah, salad.
Hand tossed salad.
Do it, man. Got to fight the diabetes.
So, guys, remember, always like, comment, subscribe, share, let other people know that we're over here making complete idiots of ourselves on a weekly basis. Hopefully, we're going to keep that weekly basis with us. But
see, I do my break dance for him. Think that'll have any effect?
And everyone just left. Crickets. All right.
I'm good. Thank you guys. Appreciate the time and the fun.
And you guys, have an incredible day.
See ya.